as for the strikers, there are quite a lot of them on the first team books, 9 to be exact. Now, quite a few of these players will definitely be leaving, whether it's a loan or a transfer out of the club. As for Seri, Angela, and Pugno, they should probably all be loaned out in order to try and get valuable minutes in their legs and help them develop in their careers. And maybe they could come back to Juventus and either be rotational or possibly even star players for the side in the future. And then there's the 4 first team striker options, the first being Milic, then there's Randall Kolo Muani, Jonathan David, and then Vlahovic. Now, in terms of the Polish international, I do think that he will be a vital bench option for the front line, and he has signed a contract extension, either keeping him at the club until 2027 or maybe it's 2028. I'm not too sure on the details on that, but more or less he will be starting with the club come the start of the season. As for Randall Kolo Muani, it is a transfer that is somewhat up in the air. Of course, it was only a loan move to Turin, but he did very well in the 6 months that he was at Juventus. And as a result of that, the club are looking to try and finalize a permanent deal for the French striker. Now, it's my understanding that PSG wants around 30 to 35 million euros for the striker, and that is something that Juventus are trying to negotiate down. And I also think it's down to the fact that they are trying to get rid of Dusan Vlahovic, who is on massive wages and is finding it very difficult to try and, get a new club to have a bit of interest in him. I do know that he was somewhat linked with a move to Manchester United, and that's a deal that more so works out in favor of Juventus because, of course, he's on 350, maybe even 400,000 euros per week. So if you can get that massive wage off your books, you can quite easily go and sign a Randall Kolo Muani from PSG and then have a strike force of Jonathan David, who was signed on a free, a very good bit of business, something that you should definitely look to try and do immediately in your career mode. Randall Kolo Muani and then Milic off the bench.